Hi, I'm Rajiv Naik. Today I'll be presenting my final project for this course, generating plans using Dynamo-Revit. Firstly, I'll explain what my tool can do. Imagine a client coming to you with a list of requirements. The client would say that he or she needs a building with following requirements as shown in the Excel file. It has a living room, a single bath, two bedrooms, and kitchen, with the dimensions as shown in the Excel file. If these requirements are loaded into Excel file in the given format, then the tool I generated will create following 3D spaces. These are instances generated in generic model family template with parameters like name, height, length, and width. Now, the most enjoyable part of this tool is to cascade or arrange these boxes into working plan. The tool generates the outer area in which these small 3D spaces instances can be placed. These boxes can later be altered as required. Phase 2, walls either exterior or interior can be created. The space instances can be deleted to get a working plan on which wall openings or doors can be placed. The algorithm of this program has following steps. 1. Take data from Excel sheet. 2. Sort it so that the list under different headings are divided. From the list, count the number of instances required. Then, place a similar kind of instances from the points generated. Provide sufficient space between the instances. Then take the instances and manipulate the parameters in them. The above code was to make a plan. Additional packages like Lunchbox and Clock were used. The green color module on the left uses the Excel sheet to read data. The purplish blue color group take these data and sort it. The top node group sorts and adds a unique number index taking into account the number of times the instance can be used. The node group below that multiplies the width with quantity to get the number of width instances. Similarly, the group below it does the same thing to the left. The fourth group does the above function but to all the parameters in the Excel file. That is, to multiply the quantity so that new instances are repeated. Once the sorting is done in this way, an integer slider controls is introduced to manage the distance between the space instances. Changing the slider would increase or decrease the space between instances so that they can be used properly. This example will be shown in the later stage of the presentation. In this node, the space between instances is governed by the width and the length. Once this is done, the program uses the points generated and counts the number of points by using a math node. It uses the space between points created using slider in the previous node so that the sufficient space is available to avoid intersecting of elements. These points are used to create points using point-id node. Family type has to be selected, which in this case is space family. So number of instances as required by the user are created at this juncture, but those instances are all same. So a node group has to be created so that it can manipulate the parameters in the instances already placed. Hence the final group of node do this by using element set by parameter name node. These nodes manipulate length, width, height, and name parameters. Hence at this point, space instances are created and stacked one after the other. Now simple cascading operation using move tool can be used to arrange these spaces. As said before, the wall by face can be used to create walls, then the space family can be deleted. Wall openings or doors can be added to get a working 3D model in Revit. The same code was used to complete the previous project, which was Hanoi Tower Museum at Vietnam. As you can see, two instances are intersecting here. Hence, the slider in the Dynamo code can be altered so that the distance between instances would change. Again, repeating the steps as mentioned before, the plan of Hanoi Tower is quickly and efficiently turned into a working Revit model. These are the renderings of interiors. And remember, when in doubt, use flatten node. Thank you.